we add and then find the average. Whoever scores the highest mark will then come top. Let me once again thank you very much. Please, I want to request, this is not time for rehearsal. When you are called to come, please do so to come and sing. Then go back to your seat. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Professor Isaac Udo, Conference Director of Music. Please shall we appreciate him once again. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for him. As I stood there and listened, it already looks like it's some very complicated matters. So many things to do. But I believe that that's how competition should be. I have the permission of my co-MC to announce that the trophy that is sitting here is donated by Sir Etefia and family. Put your hands together for him. If you belong to several Methodist forums like I do, you will notice that Uyo Methodist Archdiocese, under the Metropolitan Archbishop of Uyo, His Grace, the Most Reverend Koko Basi, is the only diocese out of 80-something or 80 dioceses that has a trophy and cash prize. Please shall we put our hands together for Sir Etefia and wife. God bless and increase you in the name of Jesus. Please, to prepare the choirs, I had skipped an item to call on the chief adjudicator to tell us the rules of the game, so there is no accusation of shifting the goalpost in the middle of the game. If I have the permission of His Grace, the Metropolitan Archbishop, I would like us to take the hymn, Methodist Hymn Book 924, listed in the program. Your Grace, please. The hymn, Methodist Hymn Book 924. Please shall we rise with our hymn books in our hands. It's projected, please. Thank you very much. Please shall we take our seats in heavenly places. If you notice, while I stood here just now, the chairman on this occasion and the chairman Central Planning Committee walked up to me and made some adjustments so that we can accommodate as many persons as possible. Before now, if you looked at the flyer, only the choir that comes up top in Uyo Methodist Diocese in the entire conference area. Let me tell you, probably when you are home and you are chanced, you may wish to check the internet and the YouTube on the blogosphere specifically. This event is streamed live as we sit here. The entirety of the world is watching us at Uyo Methodist Media, Facebook, and Uyo Methodist Diocese, YouTube. Put your hands together once again. Please, please, for the choirs that do not, as it were, carry anything, you don't win anything. You'll be like Arsenal. Next year is your season. Next season. Next year will be your season. Wonderful people. At this point in time, let me announce immediately that the order we are taking the choirs is in their respective seniority. So we'll begin without much ado with Etoi Circuit. Etoi Circuit, to be followed by Uyo Circuit, our Redeemer, Ubonga Basi. Etoi Central, Oku Circuit, Wesley Circuit, Uyo Central Circuit, Anyanya Circuit, Mfona Basi, Uboka Basi, Ifa, Uwak Mfona Basi, and Ewet Housing. Please, let me also add, please, the instructions that were given are very clear. Please, we begin in earnest at this point. Thank you very much. Your Grace and the Chief Adjudicator. Please. Yes, please, let me announce this very importantly. We understand that there are a few circuits whose choristers are not singing. My shoulders are not big enough to spell out what His Grace will do. That is a matter between you and His Grace. I don't have the capacity to delve into that. Please, if your circuit is not singing, His Grace knows what to do. At this point, Etoi Circuit, please, can you come up immediately? Etoi Circuit.
So while we're waiting for Etoi Circuit to come in, the organist is busy.
Please do not keep our fathers waiting. This is not the time for rehearsals. Etoi Circuit, your time has started. This is not the time for practice or rehearsals. Please, please file in. Thank you very much. Etoi, please file in. Please file in.
So while we're waiting for the choir to file in, may I respectfully invite the organist to play for us behind the scenes the Methodist Hymn Book 371 while they are coming in. And can it be that I should gain? Methodist Hymn Book 371. Please, you may project that on the screen. Thank you, the media.
Please, the Chief Adjudicator says he will not tolerate lateness. Etoi Circuit, you had all of the time to prepare for this. Please begin to file in. Please begin to file in. Eto Isekut. We're still waiting for your arrival. Thank you very much indeed. Eto Isekut, please. Please, while we were taking the rundown of guests in the house and dignitaries, wife of the chief shepherd of this archdiocese wasn't there, but while proceedings were ongoing, she took her place in the grandstands. Permit me with Jesus' joy to welcome and recognize the wife of the Metropolitan Methodist Archbishop of Uyo, our dear mother, Ezinne Udwa Kokobasi. Ma, please, you may wish to say hi to the church. God bless you, ma. We recognize you. We recognize you, ma.
What is the Lamb?
Thank you very much. That also is the mother of all the women and girls and ladies and men in this diocese and archdiocese. Eto Isekut, I think this is beyond what we had thought. You should have been prepared long ago. The next 45 seconds, we would have called the next circuit. Eto Isekut, we are here. Eto, please, I think if I have the permission of His grace, we may have to move. Thank you very much. His grace says, I call the next circuit. Please, sir, 2 seconds. Check for me. Is Eto there? So I take this order to the letter. Is Eto ready? Do I call the next? Please, let me go ahead, sir. Please. Eto doesn't seem to be ready. I'm not the one doing it. His grace says, I call. They are filing it. I'm sorry, Your Grace, they are filing it. That is Eto Isekut walking in for the song competition, the first of its kind in this part of the conference area. Choristers from Eto Isekut in their numbers. Thank you. Eto Isekut. Thank you very much indeed, Eto Isekut. Please shall we appreciate them as they file out. It has nothing to do with what the adjudicators will do. It has nothing to do with what the adjudicators will say. For every choir that walks up stage, we will appreciate them as they file out. I really want to appreciate what I've found at the porch. I've discovered that our Redeemer Uyo Secute is already filing in just as Eto Secute is filing out. Put your hands together as they walk up and as this choir leaves. Yes.
Dr. Abasi Freke, Your Grace, distinguished guest, you will agree with me that we ought to pay great respect to every choir that has taken the courage to climb this stage today. I can confirm that these choirs got this song virtually 7 days ago or so. And a song that has 3 change of keys to be done in a period of 7 days takes great courage. And we celebrate and appreciate every choir who has mounted this stage today. We appreciate your presbyters for the tremendous courage and motivation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, I hope you were clapping this wonderful choir as they walk up stage. Thank you for doing that beautifully. As my co-MC was speaking, he said it takes a great deal of courage for this to be done. But if I may juxtapose that with what the keynote address speaker said, he said that in the history of humanity, no man from any other denomination has bettered the hymns in quality, in composition composed by Methodists, our forebears, John and Charles Wesley. Put your hands together for that wonderful feat once again. Please, the choir you find here at this point is the choir from Uyo Secute. Thank you very much, Uyo Secute choir, as you take your turn. Please, no choir leaves. His Grace has asked me to announce that no choir leaves after singing. No choir leaves after singing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Uyo Circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, your shouting, your clapping doesn't help the adjudicators. They know what to do. Thank you very much once again. That beautiful choir, all the way from Uyo, in Uyo. Thank you very much indeed. As they file out, our Redeemer Circuit, you are next to file in. Our Redeemer. No circuit is permitted to be absent. Our Redeemer. Thank you. I've seen them at the porch. Our Redeemer Circuit, please file in. Thank you indeed. Our Redeemer Circuit, it is your turn. Our Redeemer Circuit. Thank you very much. Ubong Abasi Circuit. Our Redeemer doesn't seem to be ready. Please, sir, Elliot, please confirm for me which choir is at the porch. This is the time of our Redeemer, but in the case that they aren't here, can we call on Ubong Abasi Circuit? Let me know the choir there. Our Redeemer or Ubong Abasi Circuit. That's the order immediately. Okay, beautiful. Etoi Central. Etoi Central. Etoi Central. Etoi Central. Thank you. Oku Circuit. Oku Circuit. Oku Circuit. Etoi Central is here. Beautiful. Etoi Central, please begin to walk up the stage now. Thank you. Please make some way for them. That is Etoi Central. For the purpose of records, Your Grace, our Redeemer Circuit is not represented. Ubong Abasi Circuit isn't here. So the choir filing in now is from Etoi Central Circuit. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Please shall we appreciate that choir. That is the choir from Etoi Central. Okusekut, please file in. Okusekut, please come. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate both choirs. The one coming in and the one filing out. Okusekut, it is your turn. This event is streamed live on the internet. Facebook, Uyo Methodist Diocese. Facebook, Uyo Methodist Diocese. YouTube, official page of this diocese or channel of this diocese, Uyo Methodist Media. Thank you very much. The choir filing in at this point is from Oku. Thank you, Oku Choir.
Round of applause for the choir there from Oku Circuit. Please, can we clap for them? Can we celebrate and appreciate them? While we wait for the next choir to come in, where we expect Wesley Circuit to come. Wesley Circuit, and after that, Uyo Central. But in the absence of Wesley Circuit, Uyo Central Circuit, please, can you file in? If Uyo Central Circuit is not here, Ayaya Circuit, please, will you come? But please, the next choir should file in. Your Grace, the chairman of the planning committee for this year has promised that this event will grow bigger and bigger to even become an archdiocesan affair by the year 2023 if Christ tarries to come. While we're waiting for the next choir to come, either Wesley Circuit or Uyo Central Circuit or Ayaya Circuit, please, which of the choir is ready should file in. The ushers should help us, please, and inform the next choir to file in. Meanwhile, we want to pay great respect to every choir who has mounted this stage this evening. Once again, please come in. Once again, it takes great courage, tremendous courage to be able to do this song in a period of 7 days or even less. So we appreciate every choir for the courage, the conductors, the directors, and even the presbyters of the circuit, and above all, the Archbishop for creating the enabling environment for this to take place. And of course, the Council of Knight for this initiative. The resident ministers of the local churches, thank you for doing a great job. And this is a choir from Oku. Is it Oku? Uyo Central, yeah, Uyo Central. Uyo Central, I beg your pardon. The Archbishop has graciously requested that no choir should leave. Even the chairman of the planning committee has also asked that no choir should leave. Anything can happen. Your Grace, in the course of this event, the chairman of the planning committee and the chairman of the Council of Knight has a great burden for the revival of the scriptural holiness and revival time, and the Methodists half hour pioneered by this church. And so tonight we will look for an opportunity to do that, and everyone is encouraged to participate. Here we have Oku, Uyo Central Circuit. Please, I don't know why I love Oku tonight. This is Uyo Central Circuit. Thank you, you're welcome. when the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord as the water covers the sea. What a beautiful song. Methodist hymn book 812. 3 keys to change. 50,000 naira up for the grabs. What a beautiful moment here in history in the Diocese of Uyo. Please, a round of applause once again for Uyo Central Circuit. We expect Ayaya Circuit to come. Ayaya Circuit. Ayaya Circuit, the crown of Jesus, is your turn. But if you are not here, we'll call on Fonabasi Circuit to take the stage. And I've been reliably informed that Fonabasi Circuit is not here. So we will call on Ubok Abasi Circuit. Ubok Abasi Jesus Circuit. The hand of Jesus Circuit. Or the hand of God. We expect that you file in and mount the stage. Once again, the winner of today's competition will go home with the coveted trophy and a 50,000 naira. The second will go home with 20,000 naira. The third will go home with 10,000 naira. And there might just be consolation prizes. When you have these knights on their seat, you can as well believe that there might be consolation prizes. If you believe that with me, say amen. Thank you. And I want to believe this should be Ubok Abasi. Am I correct? I'm correct. Ubok Abasi Circuit. So if our circuit should be on standby, Uwang Fonabasi and a weight housing section should be on standby. What a moment to recreate the legacy of our forebears, John and Charles Wesley. Yes, sir. The earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord as the water covers the sea. That's Ubok Abasi Circuit. Thank you very much. Your Grace, at this moment, we want to welcome Ifa Circuit. Ifa Circuit, if they are here, in the absence of Ifa Circuit, we would like to welcome Uwang Fonabasi Circuit. Uwang Fonabasi Circuit, please, you may come. While we are waiting for them to file in, Your Grace, I've been directed to inform and remind us that the Diocesan Tari will hold this Friday, 27th of May, 2022 at MCN 67 Odomana Street. Time 8 p.m. till dawn. All circuit choirs are invited to minister at the Tari. I want to believe that this is Uwang Fonabasi Circuit. Yes. Please, we have the soft copy of the keynote address that was earlier presented. You may have to contact Dr. Abasi Frekidio to receive the soft copy from him. Every choir tonight deserves respect. Every choir tonight deserves appreciation. The former president of the United States of America, Ronald Reagan, said, and I quote, "The future belongs to the brave." It takes bravery to be here tonight. Please, the chairman of the Council of Night, please, has requested that we should halt the sharing of entertainment for now. Please, ushers, can you kindly halt it for now, please? We will soon get there. We will soon get there. We have enough and to spare. Your Grace, work for Abasi Circuit.
much. That very beautiful choir. Please shall we appreciate them better than that? As we heard a moment ago, it takes a great deal of courage to assemble these beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen to put up this today. Your Grace, it does appear. Thank you for clapping. Thank you for clapping. Your Grace, it does appear that is how far we could go today, or we may go today as far as circuits and their choirs are concerned. Your Grace. But for the records, let me still invite a wet housing in case they have this song to render. But in the event that they don't, may I have your permission at this point to go to the next item, Your Grace, which is to invite the chairman on this occasion and chairman Central Planning Committee while the adjudicators do their job independently. Mr. Chairman, sir, may you rise to rouse this gathering so that by the time we would have risen from here, we would have raised enough funds to revive and to sustain Methodist half hour on radio and the sister program. Mr. Chairman, sir, you may wish to take your turn.
Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. Respectfully, Your Grace, and other ministers of God here present, the National President of the Council of Knights, worthy Knights of John Wesley and Charles Wesley, the singing group that is our circuit in Uyo Diocese, and all the takers, ambassadors, and other OW and OOW. Is it MOW and OOW? Your Grace, let me apologize for my coming late. I did some explanation to the secretary there, that is the Synod Secretary, that I will come late. I had a very serious meeting that has to do with the governorship primaries tomorrow. And then I managed to sneak out to be part of this gathering. I want to believe my national president has actually represented the council very well. You all know when we were sworn in last year, the committee did promise that we would digress. And that is the aspect of the digression that you have seen today. We've never done this way before. I want to also appreciate the keynote speaker. I never knew that this church can boast of some characters like Wesley himself. It was so wonderful. And then, while I am here, we, as a committee, we look at the possibility of reviving our Methodist half hour and spiritual holiness. We are facing a situation where a one-man church, husband and wife, can sustain some of this program in radio and television. And then we continue to ask ourselves, what is really wrong with our church? I'm sorry, I would have had a very crucial meeting with His Grace. But because of the situation and the politics of the time, I couldn't make it. But I want to believe the Synod Secretary had represented me very well. And that His Grace will give us that backing to see how we can resurrect that program. You know, if you had followed the presenter, you will know that this church is perhaps one of the church or churches in this country and in the world that has a standard, convention, has a very good background history that we can always fall back. And it seems those doctrinal values are no longer observed. And then we, as a committee, we consider that if evangelism, we cannot do house-to-house evangelism, why can't we support the church to sustain this kind of evangelistic direction that the founder, what we can call founders of this church, had given to us. And so I will appeal to my worthy knights, appeal to leaders of this church, and even our youth and singing group, that if you care to listen to those programs that I will mention, Methodist Half Hour and Spiritual Holiness, you will know that it's one thing that this church was known for. And then that spirit is going down. So the purpose of today's gathering was to revive this Wesley there. You know, Methodists came through, singing, music, that we have done. And in my little contribution, I decided that we should put up that trophy as a kind of extrinsic motivation to our choristers so that they can participate and have the Wesley Day, a special day for Methodist Church as a family. And then I have realized that even in Uyo Diocese, I think we have only 6 or 5 singing groups. Am I right? 6, 7 singing groups today. And so I will again make another adjustment. My wife has asked me to adjust the last announcement that was made. That was 50, 20, 10. So we will make it 50, 30, and 20. And then the other singing group will go home with 10,000. Senior Secretary, I think I have lived up to your expectation. So all the participating choir will go home with a consolation prize of 10,000. If you cannot. And then, what is the Lamb? And then I want to look at the worthy nights. I think I remember when our referred father was in the hospital. Listen to me and listen very well. When it was speculated everywhere, even the very day I was with him, it was speculated that he has passed on. Do you know what he told us in the hospital? Some of us had visited him, the Council of Night. He told us his problem is how to resurrect Methodist Half Hour and Spiritual Holiness. I think some of you that were there can remember that. And then since then, we as a council, we sent in about 100,000 naira last month. And I felt that is not enough. I also felt we should overhaul the management of that program. Put up a program and separate that account from that of the church. That is part of what I'm going to share and discuss with His grace. I want a situation where, or the committee, let me not take it as myself, create a separate account managed by a committee that is going to be set up by His grace. I will want to be the chairman of that committee. And also a signatory to that account. That is my special appeal. So that we see the possibility of reviving or resurrecting that program. And so I am looking at the night. 10, 20, 50, 100,000 naira is not so much. But the Council of Night, I think I will, Secretary and Treasurer, if we book us 20,000 per night. If you cannot pay at once, you will divide it into two. All the members of Uyo chapter, book us 20,000. From the next meeting, start to collect the money. And then you will also do it as an individual. Let us see the possibility of how to challenge the church, challenge his grace. It is we that will challenge him to create what we are requesting for. That has been a problem in the council. We have been discussing this issue. And I felt today is the best day to resolve that matter. So if the council can start, my family will also start with the sum of 200,000 naira. And then, if you are here for this ceremony, I know ordinarily we would have asked all the circuit to contribute. Circuit presbyters were all here. That money you're supposed to have contributed for today's occasion. Your Grace, I want to respectfully request they should send that money to that account. By your own direction, if it's going to be 10,000, they should direct it to that account. If we have 1 million, that will give us the power to start discussion with at least AKBC and any other station to start that program in earnest. So the circuit, your own contribution for this year's Wesley Day, we want it to go to that special account. And then the committee, maybe the next, His Grace knows how to handle that administratively. And then we create the account, the money goes to that account. And then we can also appeal to our leaders, etiquettes, elders. 10, 20,000 naira is not much. If you are being challenged, if a one-man church can sustain a program, why can't we, as a Methodist church, even do more than a one-man church? That is a program that the evangelistic prowess can go as far as the rural areas of this state. Everywhere that program will go, without you walking from family house to family house. The case speaker that day, we will invite choirs. The choir will take their Methodist hymn book or any of their choruses or any song, and then start it as a program. Then we pay the preacher of that particular day. We motivate them through this thing. By the time we start, you will see that even our presbyters will be lobbying to appear on that program. That is what I want. A situation where somebody will say, oh, God has directed me to speak on that program next week. And then we say, come and speak. That is what we want. And that is the base to create. I will welcome people that are being touched by my just appeal to see how we can restore that program. That program is completely down as at today. So, Council of Night, individual, can we start from you? I know it wasn't intention, I don't intend to embarrass anybody. But if you are touched, and if you know, Methodist Church is one of the church, as far as I am concerned, that has standard, has convention, has a kind of a setting that is compared to none. Help us to sustain that program. Lay President Oyodi, Efogado, Ikamba, Ufawas. Debo Mike. Tantang Nangado Kingway Mbawa. Architect. Go away on the teacher now. Just 20 minutes.
What is the lamb? I will support the program with 20,000 naira.
And yeah, go forget about night. As a knight, soldier, you have to defend that title. No, I do go for the council. So yeah, with my car, as a knight, is 20,000 flat rate. But if you are taught that you can do more than that, like he has done, his own is now 40,000. So, Mr. President, you can. I know you are retired. That is another night. But we will find you. You didn't come with your regalia. Your grace. May come down to our own dialect. That is a night, Chibuzo. We are many, not necessarily being a night, OOW and MOW. You are still holding a title that you must defend. We are the last line of this church defense. Where that last line fails, that is the end of the church. So come and defend the church.